a blot on the landscape. Agents and players, we all know that 90% of the money in football goes to players. Right? We all know that players don't pay their agents. So how can you bring that card into the equation?
Who are the terrorists, incidentally?
Agents. You don't negotiate with. They are. They are
That's
a blot
strong,
on the
Simon,
landscape. No, I'm sorry. They are. I would use an illness word, but it's not the right terminology at this time in the morning. But they are not a welcome addition to the industry. There are good agents and there are bad agents. And Jonathan accepts that there needs to be governance. Okay, fine. The reason why you accept it because you know that you have to be governed, whether you like FIFA or not. That's just too bad. You've had a good run. You've made far too much money. You don't bring anything to the game in terms of financial contribution. Every other part of the game has to pay to be part of it, whether it's levies on transfer fees, and it is high time. It is ludicrous what's happened in 2008 when they deregulated agents and continue to do so in 2015. They're now re-regulating, and I know people are going to say, hang on a second, you don't want regulation. In this sense, I want governance. This is not really about independent regulation. This is about governance. And he's right to say that who are FIFA, but that doesn't necessarily mean that FIFA shouldn't have a view about how agents are ripping billions and billions and billions of pounds out of football for no benefit for football. It has to have a line drawn underneath it. This is the thin end of the wedge. A cap, by the way, 10%. I mean, dreadful. Transfer fees at an average of 30, 40 million pounds in the Premier League. Dreadful that you're only going to get 4 million out of a transaction. It's awful. You've earned so much more. We should remember this day in history where agents, where we all were, when agents had to only take 4 million pounds out of a transaction.